Now that your Twitter account is set up, I want to show you exactly how you tweet and how you follow people and how people follow you. I'm going to be covering a lot of this in more detail in a later chapter with a business bent, meaning like what to tweet about strategically and how to find good people to follow. Right now, I just want to give you an idea of how it all works so that you can jump in and get started. Also, remember that lynda.com has an entire video called Twitter Essentials. So if you want to learn much more detail about tweeting and retweeting and all that kind of stuff, you might want to watch that video. I'm at twitter.com and I've logged in under the account that I just created for Bliss number 5 with my custom background. Twitter will usually remember your login name and password so that when you go there, you're automatically brought to your home page. So this is the navigation at the top, and in the home page, what you see on the left-hand side is a list of all of the recent tweets from people that you have followed. Right now, I'm following 11 people, and I could click here and see their bios, and I could click any one of these icons and go directly to their Twitter page. But what you see on the left here is that, chronologically speaking, the most recent tweet was from Forget Computers. They posted 2 different things and then InDesign magazine. And as you scroll down, you'll see more tweets from other people that you have followed, always in reverse chronological order. As you get to the bottom of the page, it's just going to keep filling in with more and more tweets that go further and further back. On the right-hand side of the homepage is kind of like a summary of what's happening with your Twitter account. It tells you how many people are following you and how many you're following. It tells you the latest trends, what people are talking about on Twitter, and has some suggestions of who to follow. And right below that, you'll see what would normally be in the footer. Remember, if you go all the way to the bottom of the page, it's just going to keep filling in with more and more tweets from further back in time. So these are the footer links. And then if you want to tweet something, you can just click right here in this field. Remember, it has to be 140 characters. Notice that it starts out at 140, and then as I start to write, it'll start to go down. So if I say, if I start to write and spaces count, your question might be, well, what should I tweet about? Well, a good thing to tweet about, for example, is something that you just posted to your blog. So I have Bliss number 5 blog here, and let's say that I just made this post about new gift boxes. So here's the new gift box post, and I want all of my Twitter followers to know that I just posted something on the blog. So I'm going to copy the link for this blog post, and then on Twitter, I'm going to write a tweet that points people to that blog post. We have new gift boxes. They're so pretty. And then I'll just paste the link. So we're at 72 characters. Now, if I went over this, I'm going to copy this and just paste it over and over again to force it to go over. Notice that it turns into -9. So like as you keep writing, it just goes longer and longer. So it's going to cut off those final 18 characters and spaces if you tweet it. And actually you can't tweet it. It's dimmed. So instead, I'm going to, so you have to keep an eye on the length here, and I'll be talking in other videos about ways to use link shortening services and how to abbreviate your tweets so that they fit within a 140 character limit. And then I just click tweet. So who sees this? Well, the 27 people who are following my Twitter feed see this. If they go to their Twitter accounts, they will see this appear right here. Or if they don't go to their Twitter account until tomorrow, they'll scroll down to the bottom, because I'm sure other people will have tweeted after we tweet, and then they'll see this. Or if anybody happens to know your Twitter account, which is BlissNO5, they can go to twitter.com/BlissNO5, and they'll see all your tweets, including this one, even if they're not following you. So Twitter is completely public. So you have to keep that in mind whenever you're tweeting, that anybody can see what you tweet, not just the people who are following you. If you click the link next to home profile, this is what other people will see if they go to your Twitter account directly. They will see a list of all of your tweets, and then if you have a description, they'll see that below here, your little 160 character profile. And then if you added a URL, they'll see that as well. So how do you follow somebody? First of all, you have to find out what their account is on Twitter. For example, here's a friend of mine whose Twitter account is Rad Megan. Her actual name is Megan, and I like what she posts, and I'd like to follow her Twitter feed so that whenever I go to my Twitter account, I can see what it is that she's writing without me having to go actually to her page. So I just click the follow button. And now the next time I come to this page, I'll know that I'm following her already. If I come back over here and refresh, it now says I'm following 12 people. And as Rad Megan posts new items, it'll appear here on the left-hand side. Remember, this is the list of tweets from all the people that I'm following. That's basically how the game is played. You just post every once in a while what's happening, usually with links to try to drive traffic, and this is something we're going to cover in much more detail in an upcoming chapter about tweeting strategically for business. And you follow other people and see what they're tweeting about. It's pretty simple.